Some of you have asked me if I could show you how we build a rabbit box trap. I'm going to show you the one that we use a lot of. We've used several different styles, and the one that I'm going to show you how to build, we've had the best luck with. We've caught many rabbits with them. This is the style of rabbit trap I usually see on YouTube, and you see the plans for them. They're a trap door kind of affair. They have a pivot here, the trip rod that goes down in here. When the rabbit comes through, he'll bump this rod, release it, and it'll allow the door to come down. We've used several of them and they just don't do very well. Plus you have all this paraphernalia. It's easy to lose pieces and things get chewed up, and they just don't work all that effectively. So we've developed or been using this style trap for quite some time. This is the list of materials that it takes to build one. I'll usually build at least 4 at a time, and we start out, of course, I get a 1x8 8-foot long piece of pine, which is only 7 1/4 inches wide, but that's the way lumber is, and it's 3/4 inches thick, but we call it 1x. So you have 4 pieces, 2 sides, bottom and a top. Then I'll get this out of the way. Bottom and top. This will be one of your sides, which is 7 1/4 kin, 24 inches long. I put a couple of staples in it. These are 3/4 inch staples, just far enough in so we can still get a wire through those two. I got the wrong wire. Let's use a 3/32 stainless steel welding rod or filler rod. I use stainless because it doesn't rust. You can use coat hanger wire, but it's got to be fairly straight, but just so it'll slide through there nice and easy. So you've got a hole up here drill that's about a 1/2 inch in, 1/2 inch here, and then a hole here about a 1/2 inch up and 14 inches from the end. So you have 2 holes and 2 staples on one side. The other side gets 2 holes, an adjacent hole to that one there, and another one here, 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch in. And then when that's all put together, it looks like this. And you have these 2 holes up here again, so that you can put a metal rod through there. And the pan goes down in here with the 2 staples. That piece is 5 1/2 by 12 inches. The 2 staples offset 7 inches, not in the center, so you have a heavy end. When that rod down here goes through these 2 staples, it creates a teeter-totter. You have one heavy end toward the door. Then you have a metal rod down in here again, and bend the end of it, and that bent end will connect into a hole drilled in the center of the board, about a 1/2 inch in, and that'll connect into that. The brace, which is 2 inches by 5 3/4, is put in place up here. Not only braces it, but it gives you something to tack the screen, the wire, fencing. That's a 1/2 by 1 inch. That's plenty sturdy. Most critters won't tear through that. The hardware cloth, I'll usually double that up if I'm using that. It's a little light. It works good for rabbits, but if you get a squirrel, woodchuck, possum, something like that in there, which I do often, they'll tear that stuff right up. And then I'm fixing another trap. So once those things are all fixed, plus you also need wood screws, of course, to put these things in place. Once that's all done, then we end up with something like this. I use a paracord or some kind of strapping tacked down to the lid for a handle. This is just a nail to prevent the door from opening up, back up. That'll drop down when the door drops down. There's a little latch here to hold the top down. A couple of hinges put in place. Once these wires are fed through both the pan and the trap door, the ends are just bent over so they can't come out. The little wire that comes up through here, I just put it in place at the end of the board, and I bring it up through the two staples in here and bend the end so that the door will just hang on it like that. When a rabbit comes in, it'll come up the board, and fire it, and the door shuts. And then the nail, again, will drop down in there and keep another critter, fox, coyote, cat, whatever, from getting in there to get your rabbit. I've had that happen. So, that's basically it. If you got any questions, let me know. Thank you.